For the Torah portion of Vayelekh, we have two beautiful teachings, I think, again, that are sort of really in line with the Yamim Noraim, with the 10 days of returning Seret Yom Teshuvah. We'll start with the Maggid of Zlotchov. The Maggid of Zlotchov looks at the verse, right, that Moses in Vayelekh gives us this beautiful song. And he teaches us and says, remember this song, write this song on your hearts, and he puts it in their mouths. And the Maggid of Zlotchov asks, first off, there's this feeling as if this song is more important than all the Torah, but that's not possible because all the Torah is important. So why does it say song? Why is it being put in our mouths? And sort of why is it supposedly put on a pedestal above, everything else? And he starts, and this is a classic thing that we know from the Maggid of Zlotchov, that the Torah is eternal, and it's all about showing us the path to return to Teshuvah. And an essential element of the Maggid's teachings, or his sort of modus operandi for any one of us, is hitbodedut, is finding time to be with ourselves. It can be in the forest, it can be on the roof, it can be just by ourselves. But then here's the really cool tip that he gives us. He says that, so the way he understands the word shira, song, is ve'ashurenu, it's like seeing. He says, what Moses is what he's teaching us here is a tip how we can embrace all of the Torah, which is all about Teshuvah. And how can we do this? He says when we go on hitbodedut, what we need to understand and what's being put in our mouths is the understanding that we need to learn how to control the words that come out of our mouths. Right? Sort of he's saying if you want the end game, you want the best Teshuvah possible, the best return to yourself, the best sort of highest level, focus on what comes out of your mouth. Why? All of us are troubled with thoughts. Thoughts enter into our mind. We have no control over our thoughts. But the Maggid's tip is no, that's a mistake. If we learn to control our words, this is the song that Moses wants to teach us. The song meaning seeing. He wants us to see and put in our mouths that we are careful of the words that part our lips. Because if we're careful with the words that part our lips, then we can elevate ourselves to the step beyond that. Once we've mastered that, meaning a person that nothing escapes their lips without full control is a person that the next step is to be able to control your thoughts. Imagine that. Nothing comes in and out without you deciding what you want to be thinking about, and you're in line with where you're going. So that's one nice idea. Rabbi ABuhatzierah, to sort of complement this with another idea, looks at Vayelekh Moshe. We're told at the start of the Torah portion that Moshe goes and tells the Israelites something. And Rabbi Yaakov says, the Zohar's already asked this question, where's Moshe go? Right? Moshe all the time comes and talks to us. Why didn't it just say this time? He's talking. Where does he go, and why does it this time have to say he's going somewhere? And he says to us, I want to teach us something that we learned from the Ari, from the Holy Ari. Moshe Rabbeinu received there are 60,000 interpretations or ways of looking at the Shishim Ribo, like the number of the Israelites. There are 60,000 ways of understanding or 600,000 ways of understanding the Torah. And Moshe Rabbeinu encompassed all of them. He knew all of them. Now each and every one of us, some of us are at a level, our neshama, that we have 100 interpretations. Some have one. We all have at least one, or one to find. Some have more. Everyone's different, and we can always, strive to get more. So what happened? This is the day that Moshe is departing the world. He's giving his soul back to the Creator. He's dying. He's going into the next world. And so he wanted to teach them, right? So there was this genuine fear. If Moshe knows all the 600,000, then once he's taken all those interpretations, we're lost. No. There are 600,000 ways of looking at the Torah, and even in the Talmud, and even scholars today that come up with new ideas, Moshe already encompassed them. And that's what Moshe taught them that very day. He said, when I'm here to part the world, when I'm here to depart, when I'm here to go, don't worry. The 600,000, I'm teaching you now that if you learn the Torah, each and every one of you will connect to the bits of interpretation, meaning nothing gets lost. What's up to us is how much are we trying hard in order to find that bit of interpretation that the world needs, because only we have. So thoughts on the Torah portion of Vayelekh and sort of these 10 days of Teshuvah towards Yom Kippur and Simchat Torah, the Maggid about this idea of hitbodedut, controlling our words in order to control our mind, and Rabbi Yaakov through Moshe and the Ari, this idea that each and every one of us have an interpretation that only we have, and that originates with Moses, and we need to tap into that in order to share that with the world. Shabbat Shalom and Gmar Chatima Tova.